He's a parent's dream come true. He does everything that's asked of him. He does his homework, puts his stuff away in his room. He loves to come to the gym and work out. He's the type of person that we don't have to tell him to do something twice. He just does it right away.
But then you put him on a basketball court and he's the most skilled player. Not only is he that talented and that big and that strong, but he can handle the basketball and shoot the ball and pass the ball better than anyone else on the floor. So that combination of things is really what makes Matthew a great player. I think 3 years, so it must have been my 4th year when Coach Moore's got the AD job. And of course there was a buzz around town about a new athletic director that we were going to have here at the high school. Not only that, but he had a couple kids and 2 boys, so that was kind of the first that I ever heard of him.
Ever since I was a little kid, I've just been around it with my dad. He's always been a coach, and I've been around him, like just in the gym. When they would have practice, I'd be on the sideline watching, or even when I got a little bit older, I'd like do the practices with them or help them out with some drills. So I've been involved with it for a long time.
He grew up around basketball, and I think it just became a natural passion and natural love of his as much as he was around the game. And he talks about to this day that maybe potentially he wouldn't mind being a basketball coach because he's been around it his whole life and he knows nothing different.
So the talent was there, we knew that. Now the question was, okay, was he mature enough to come up as a 13-year-old to hang out with 18-year-olds? Because let's be honest, 18-year-olds talk about different things than 13-year-olds. They do different things outside of school and outside of practice and basketball that 18-year-olds do. So we talked to Matthew's parents and they were totally on board with it. Knowing Matthew as a person, a mature young man, we felt comfortable with him and being able to handle those things. So those decisions to bring him up, there was a lot that went into that. But the other thing with it was we had a really good group of seniors that year that we thought could really take Matthew under his wing and kind of mentor him and kind of show him the ropes. And they're really good kids, really good kids. And Matthew has a good relationship with a lot of them still to this day.
Like Tanner Frick, Brady Sorensen, Blake Savvy, and Reed Swatsky, and Sid Boots. All those guys were just phenomenal people to me, and I can't thank them enough because they taught me like little leadership skills where they were teaching me what to do offside the court when I would make a mistake, or little life lessons.
When Matthew was a 7th grader, the seniors that year did a great job of taking him under their wings. They're a bunch of 17, 18-year-old young men who were actually acting as a big brother to a 12-year-old boy. And they were there to help him through the tough times. They supported him when things weren't going so well. They celebrated his accomplishments when he did do well.
Honestly, my 7th grade year, it was the best year of my life, but it was also the hardest year of my life, where I'm 12 years old playing against grown men, 18-year-olds, and they felt like grown men to me, and everything was so fast. And there'd be some games where I wouldn't score. I felt like I wasn't doing anything, and I think my parents, they were there for me the most. I'd come home and they'd always come for me. Same with my friends. They were always supportive because they thought it was cool that some kid in their grades playing varsity basketball, so they always brought my spirits up. I think there's many things that have kept me dedicated, where like my 7th grade year, I struggled so much in the game. It felt so fast that summer, that's all I could think about, where I just wanted to be better at everything that I could do. and then finding little things that motivate you here and there. But one thing that really motivates me is just wanting to get better, because ultimately I have an opportunity to play Division I basketball in the Big Ten, and not a lot of people can say that they have that. And I just want to keep working for that.
So Wisconsin was his first choice, and when we were there, he had a chance to meet the coaches again, attend a football game with the players, had a meal at the coach's house with the players, so a team meal, so to speak. Had a great time just meeting and talking to everybody, and that night he spent the evening with the players, and he said when he left that evening with the players, he said, "Those guys are like me. I want to be at the University of Wisconsin."
But I think what really separates Matthew is his intangibles. He's very smart. He's a great teammate. He, like you said, he has a great work ethic. He's a great passer, all these other things. He's very skilled as a basketball player. So it's not just his size and strength and athleticism that makes him great, but it's those other intangibles too. When you put those together, that's when you know you have something special, and that's obviously what Matthew is.